Are you guys growing plants differently based on whether or not you're growing them for flower or whether or not you're growing them to produce rosin?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're producing rosin, you're kind of farming trichomes instead of farming flower. So you run your environmental strategy a little bit different. You're trying to get a little bit less hands-on with those plants too. During defoliation, you're definitely trying to be more aware of what you're touching, because trichomes are pretty brittle, obviously, and we're trying to get as much of those to the finish line as possible. Temperatures typically tend to be a little bit lower for running for hash, especially at the end. We're trying to get it nice and cold, keep them terps and that trichome preserved so we can get those off in the wash. When we're handling them, when we're moving them from like the room during harvest into our processing and our trim, we're keeping hallways really cold. We're constantly aware of that trichome is brittle, and that's what we're after. Whereas with flower, you're still delicate to your plant. You're not trying to go in there and manhandle your buds or anything, but you can run a little bit warmer temperatures, try to get a little bit more growth out of that plant, a little bit more biomass. Irrigation strategies are typically about the same. You're still trying to get that, controlled stress on there to get that terpene production and stuff as well, and swell the flowers when you need to by switching between generative and vegetative steering. But there's definitely environmental differences would be the biggest thing. You're always kind of keeping that room a little bit cooler than you typically would for growing flower.
Gotcha, to keep the terps from volatilizing.
Exactly, yeah.